Al Eid the festival of breaking the fast known as Eid al-Fitr, and the festival of sacrifice known as Eid al-Adha. O Allah, our festival is with you, your festival. O Allah, our festival is with you, your festival. O Allah, our festival is with you, your festival, O Lord of the worlds. Honorable Muazzez Bayuhu Buzuruhu. The women are respected religious sisters and give your reward for worship and asceticism labor and struggle service and health. This reward bestowed by Allah souls is a blessing and guidance for your servants, illuminating their path and enriching their lives. The act of receiving the reward is itself a monumental reward, a testament to the boundless generosity of the Divine. When a person expresses gratitude for Tawfiq, it flourishes and multiplies. Tawfiq upon Tawfiq is granted to him, allowing him to experience an abundance of divine favor and grace, leading to a life filled with spiritual enlightenment and prosperity. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, His Sana, is to provide security and protection to His believers and followers. Allah instructs us on the proper way to ask for what we need and desire, and He Himself establishes the divine system of giving and providing for His creation. Allah Himself declares, request in this manner. He communicates through revelation and He bestows through revelation. The task of guidance is from Him, and the benevolence is also from Him. This is the indication of being a provider, the concept of being magnanimous. Joe is generous, merciful, compassionate, loving, noble, and provides such guidance and assistance and gives reward as someone who embodies the highest virtues and qualities that one can aspire to. These attributes are not just mere words, but they represent a way of life that is dedicated to the betterment of others and the world around them. Such a person is a beacon of hope and inspiration, showing us the path to truth, and He Himself teaches the way to ask, and He Himself establishes the system to fulfill. Allah bestowed the gift of Ramadan upon us. Allah bestowed the gift of fasting upon us. Allah enhanced the virtues and merits of prayer, elevated the significance and esteem of prayer, increased the value and importance of gratitude, and remembrance increased the value and importance of divinity, increased the value and importance of earnings, and then increases the resurrection of Allah, and increases the wrath of Allah. An example of this is during the examination. He questions himself. Provide your own answer. Instruct with your own answer. Read your 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 read your read your yeah. Read your answer. Read your answer. Read your own answer. Read your own. Read your answer. Read your own 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 answer. Read your answer. Read your answer. Read your answer. Read your answer. This says at that time we have only one requirement from us. Please make a clear declaration of intention. One is the explicit declaration of intention, another is the recommendation or advice regarding intention, and the third is the outcome or result of intention. The outcome or result of intention, one is the intention that precedes an action, and the other is the intention that follows an action. These three distinct types of intentions exist. It should be intentional and deliberate. Whenever we are performing our service, this should always be present in our dreams and thoughts. Even though we are in the process of performing our service, Allah will be the one to provide us with this service. Mashallah, you have successfully carried out the Sari and Iftihar service. You have provided a general service, and the service during Ramadan is also successful. The reward for service in Ramadan is increased 70 times. This is the lowest degree. The reward for service is increased 70 times. This is the lowest degree. They cannot understand more than what Allah's services are. One of Allah's servants, the service is indeed successful. A servant of Allah serves for you. A servant of Allah serves naturally. A servant of Allah serves. 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 A servant of Allah performs the service. A servant of Allah performs the service. A servant of Allah performs the service. A servant of Allah. Nizar ke tabasi Allah rabal izzat ke Hussein Ithan. Allah ke taraf se ini performing the service. The elders are from the lineage of Nizar. In terms of nature they are. In terms of struggle they are. The reward is proportional to the difficulty. This is why it is said, just as Allah Rabbul Izzat gives reward in terms of service, He also gives reward in terms of worship. During the time of hardship, we engaged in service during our blessed Ramadan. And what was the intention during the time of service? Generally, we perform service for the sake of service itself, not for the specific intention. Without intention signifies a deprived meaning. Without intention signifies a deprived meaning. It should be with a bad intention. Let's undertake a task and let's act with malicious intent. This is something that is extremely deprived and lacking. Ki niyati yadi bad nasibi ki bad hi. That's why it is said one should have good intentions, and one should have pure intentions, and one should have pure intentions. So mashallah brother, make the intention for the service you have performed with him and keep it in your heart. That is why the scholars have said, just as when you eat you say Bismillahi awaluhu akiruhu. Before offering greetings to Allah, when a person establishes a connection with their Lord and ultimately utters Alham inni zalamtu nafsi zalman kasira la yakfiru zunuba illa anta. O Allah, I have indeed committed injustice against myself. No one except you will forgive me. We are celebrating all our prayers from Allah. This is the blessing of Ramadan. Accept the preparation of Ramadan from Allah. Seek to make amends from Allah. For all the services we have rendered, O Allah, if there was such an intention in my services, please forgive me. My services have become an honorable act of worship. My services have become an honorable invitation. My services have become an honorable acceptance. My services, O Allah, have become a reason for the purification, acceptance, and transformation of the youth by the youth themselves. Allah will provide for my services. Allah will make our service possess a very great virtue. By serving Allah's servitude through the service of His Lord, Allah's servitude earns the reward equivalent to that of 70 siddiqs. This is just the same reward as performing the Hajj pilgrimage with Hazrat Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. Therefore, the act of service is not considered a very significant matter. However, some individuals possess a sense of gratitude. While doing health and pride, we couldn't manage it either. We won't read this, we won't read this either. You don't need to be upset. Eat why? By rendering a service, you have taken the reason for their worship. Along with him, if you have also performed the worship, mashallah, it is light upon light. Now, only a few seconds are left. You cannot say whether the Maghrib prayer is with the sun today or not. But spend these moments in worship. Seek forgiveness from Allah in the final moments. I always give the example that a girl has left the house. The child is extremely tired. The child has departed from the house, 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 departed from the house. To give us a point. Forgive us. There is such a word once. A mother forgives all the wrongs and evils of life. He forgives all the evils of life, all the troubles of life for everyone. He prays in white sense. For centuries will Allah, who has created the love of mothers, forgive us. He does not forgive that word. None who awadan bil dawn wa antu awadan bil maghfirah. Tell Allah, my God, I am an island of sins and you are an island of forgiveness. I am an island of sins and you are an island of forgiveness. Forgive me, Allah, forgive me, Allah. Our Prophet taught this to his companions. Always do good and do not ask Allah for forgiveness. I bola daiban. This should be. Advise Allah. Repent to Allah. Honor the reward Allah has given us. 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 Honor the reward that Allah has bestowed upon us. Honor the reward that Allah has bestowed upon us. Honor the reward that Allah has bestowed upon us. Honor the reward that Allah has bestowed upon us. The reward that Allah has bestowed upon us. The first task is this. What is the second task? The ruling on Sadaqah al-Fitr has been decreed. What is Sadaqah al-Fitr? It is the act of cleansing sins. In prayer it was commanded that if there were a few small mistakes, give Sadaqah al-Fitr to cleanse them. Repent and also give Sadaqah al-Fitr. You give Zakat, share it in recent times. Acquire the attire of Sadiqat al-Niyah. Perform everything, the worship of everything. Financial worship. Do it quickly. And be aware of your service. How did Allah create our service and our life? What is the price of your house? Some people concluded the house price at 3,000 to 4,000. Some people at 6,000. Some people at 10,000. In some cases, one person's house is 5,000, another's 10,000, another's 15,000, another's 25,000, another's 50,000. These squares are an important life to maintain people's standards. An important life to maintain the standards of people. An important life to maintain the standards of people. We maintain the standard of their pleasures. We maintain the standard of their seconds, the standard of their classes, the standard of our homes. Then you also maintain the standards there. There is also a standard in charity here. There is also a standard in charity. Adana Mutawasatila, for those named Mutawasatila. Give 100 to 150 rupees of Twitter charity to those with moderate wealth. Give 300 to 450 rupees of Twitter charity to those with moderate wealth. Give 900 to 1,100 rupees as Sadaqah Fitr to the wealthy of the Ela class. Give 2,500 rupees as Sadaqah Fitr. And keep this blessing from Allah. Oh Allah, we are going to eat. May all the strangers, all the poor, and all the friends be blessed in the happiness of our Eid. Will we not have happiness that is not our own happiness? No, we will not. Today is a day of feast on your side, a day to celebrate and enjoy. Listen carefully, for today is indeed a day of feast on your side. At your feast, I will also follow my own feast, joining in the celebration and sharing in the joy. For instance, there was an invitation extended from our house. You brought the wine. You brought the wine. An invitation was extended from our house and you brought laddu. An invitation was extended from our house and you brought Hannah. An invitation was extended from our house and you brought palm. That invitation was extended from our house and you served their guests. How happy this sacred mosque would be with such hospitality. Mashallah, you have paid attention to our guests. May Allah pay attention to you. In the clean, everyone is considered to be a guest of Allah. And the nights of Allah costly and frail regardless of whether they read or not, both big and small, all are the nights of Allah. We have established a system for the Knights of Allah,